Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the baddest show, and I mean the baddest show in Eastern North Carolina. That is the Bad Porch Sports Podcast with your man Fonz.
And Quan.
How's it going, man?
It's going good.
It's going good.
Complain Thursday, day before Friday.
It is Friday Eve.
Friday Eve out there once again.
We made it through another one.
Another week, boy.
Man, I got 4 more work days and spring break.
Ain't that nice?
Well, they asked me, was I going to work on spring break? I said no, because I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. They said spring break, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break.
And eat you a Kit Kat bar while you're
I'm trying to tell you, blame myself when I'm hungry. But y'all, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. Those of y'all who been rocking with us for a minute, we appreciate your support.
Right.
Also, thank you to the new subscribers on YouTube. I noticed we have somebody subscribe. We had 50.
Good.
50. Man, most people talk about let's get to 10,000, let's get to 500,000. We had 50, and I thank all 50 of y'all, man.
All 50.
For the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my heart.
Oh, you went. Oh, my bad. You went there. You went there. I'm about to give a Feliz Navidad.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. You
went to the holiness
you went
church.
You went to Kojic. Yeah, you been Kojic all your life. Me too. 3 generations. I'm just.
Let me stop.
But yeah. Go ahead and hit us up on Facebook. That's in the Bad Porch Sports Podcast War Room. Also on IG. We gonna do a lot on IG like that. I think Facebook is, they say it's for old people, but I ain't old. I'm just seasoned. But but yeah, just hit us up on Facebook, and thank y'all to the subscribers and everything. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the playoffs start in 2 weeks. Sometime in April. Mm-hmm. And off the record last week, we had a question. And the question was, will the Lakers make the playoffs? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let you take it on, and I will give the rebuttal.
Well, right now the Lakers is sitting at the 8th seed, 38-38, exactly at 500. Mm-hmm. The remaining schedule for them tomorrow, which is Friday, they will play the Timberwolves, the Rockets, the Jazz, the Clippers, the Suns, and the Jazz again. Mm-hmm. To answer the question at hand, somehow or another, I do believe they will make the playoffs. Now, I don't think they'll make a lot of noise in the playoffs. No. The Lakers do have a good team, though. I will say that. Austin Reeves picked up when LeBron James was out. Mm-hmm. LeBron just came back a few days ago. He ain't do much his first game.
Playing off the bench.
Played off the bench. Still did the powder celebration, though, off the bench. Only Brian can do stuff like that.
The old man guy.
Yeah, but, but I do think somehow they make the playoffs. I don't see them getting far in the playoffs, but I do see them getting in there by the skin of their chin. As long as AD continue to play like he's been playing, we need LeBron to go ahead and perform. Austin Reeves has been playing great. They have the team to make the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know whether they have a team to win the championship, but they definitely can make it in. They're in now, so if they just win maybe, let's see, it was about 6 or 7 games left. Mm-hmm. So I figured if they can win at least half of them, 4 out of the 7, they'd be all right. Okay. Now, when they get to the playoffs, that might be a different story.
Yeah, that might be
because you got some hard hitters, especially with y'all being in the West Conference, and the Western Conference has been the toughest conference in basketball. Has been basketball. Mm-hmm. And so I don't really see them making a lot of noise, but I think they're going to get in there somehow.
Okay. So, like you said, they are the current eighth best team in the Western Conference. Let's talk about that for a second.
And it was 6 games. Sorry to cut you off. It's
Six
So
games.
they at least can. I don't even know whether half of that 6 will be. They need to at least win 5.
Right.
Because I mean, it's tight right now in the Western Conference, man.
It's tight. It's tighter than a G-string in Chocolate City.
Good guys.
But I'm going to say this. All right, so I'm not the basketball aficionado, right?
Right. Neither one of us are.
But they're going to have to qualify. If they get in, they're going to qualify for the play-in game. Right. So they have to win that. Mm-hmm. And according to this, it'll be, let me see. Oh, dang, I done lost my place. It'll be sometime in April. Mm-hmm. It'll be sometime in April. It'll be the 7th seed versus the 8th seed.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they will have to play, according to my calculations, they will have to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, similar path, similar record. I think the Timberwolves currently right now is a game over 500.
You're right.
So going by the schedule that you just put out there, they will have to play the Timberwolves thrice.
Right. Thrice.
Of course, the Lakers are a game and a half back right now. At home, they were 21-18, so they did marginally well at home. Mm-hmm. But on the road, that's what concerns me about these Los Angeles Lakers. They're 17-20. Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about LeBron.
Oh, Lord. Why LeBron?
LeBron missed a lot of time
He did.
this year.
Getting warm.
He's my age.
Yeah.
He's my age now, and honestly, the body is wearing down. I think this is the 3rd year in a row since the bubble championship that LeBron has lost time in this here NBA. So, with that in mind, of course, if they stay on their trajectory, so you say 6 games.
Out of 6 games.
They will have to win 3, so that means they'll be 41-41. Mm-hmm. Now,
that still might not cut it.
That still might not get you
depending on what the other teams do.
Because there's 2 41 win teams in the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers that's marginally better than them.
Right.
I mean, but these ain't the Showtime Lakers.
But see, here's the thing about the Clippers. The Clippers don't have Paul George.
Facts.
And honestly, I take it from myself. Shout out to Prize Picks. Mm-hmm. One thing about Prize Picks, you're going to watch the game.
Right.
And what I have seen is that Kawhi Leonard cannot do it by himself. He's not that type of player to be able to carry that Clippers team by himself. So I don't even know whether the Clippers can maintain the standards that they are in with Paul George being out, because Paul George brings so much of a diverse game, him being able to shoot and, pass the ball well to Kawhi, who was in that role of kind of playing off of Paul. Because Paul come out shooting. Paul come out throwing.
Brother still got it a little bit somewhat.
I don't think that injury that he had years ago slowed him down a bit. I mean, it may slow him down a little bit, but he's still George out there.
Right.
But he's down now, so that kind of putting a lot of pressure on Kawhi and the rest of the role players that they have over there. Which Kawhi he's not considered a role player, but whatever. So yeah, but continue going on what you were saying.
But yeah, like I said before I started off, it's tight.
It is.
Honestly, looking at how the ending schedule is for the Lakers, I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know, because it's tight. If they stumble twice,
if they stumble twice, they
could possibly drop down 2 to 3 seeds.
Right.
Now, Who's nipping on their heels? The Dallas Mavericks. They got 37 wins.
I'm so surprised with the Mavericks being so low.
That's because the trade happened so late. It's so late.
What I'm saying, right.
You got the 37-win Mavericks. You got the 36-win Utah Jazz. Mm-hmm. And you also have the 38-win Pelicans, the 38-win Oklahoma City Thunder. If you stumble twice, that you drop down into at least 10th, maybe 11th.
Right.
So, in all honesty, like I said, I don't know. And honestly, right now at this stage with LeBron James and he was out for a foot tendon injury. Mm-hmm. I deal with foot tendon injuries. Mm-hmm. It's not fun.
It ain't.
It's not fun at all because honestly, you can't walk for a while. Like if you walk, it's labored. Okay, you got to wear a walking boot. I mean, for real, and you got to take meds. So that right there, that kind of bothers me because now you're running. You the pivot foot. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's the thing, though. I mean, yes, LeBron is essential to the Lakers' success.
But AD been balling.
AD, as he should have been doing years ago before he was injured. Because
Unibrow should have been Unibrow.
I mean, he's in his prime, and he should be playing like he's been playing
right
since he got over there. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like a late bloomer to what we've been seeing from him. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, he's had success in the league previously before he got to LA, but like when you're playing with LeBron, and LeBron he got a lot of tread on his tires.
Yes. Yeah.
LeBron need somebody else to do the doggone job too.
He needs somebody else to help pull the weight.
And right now, I feel like they're in a good predicament right now. I don't feel like they should. They doing good. Rely on AD, Austin Reeves. They got D'Angelo Russell over there. They got Jared Vanderbilt. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have the players to be able to make a push for a champion. They ain't gonna get one.
Amen.
But they have the team. As long as everybody play,
it's a little top heavy this year.
Yeah, I mean they got some like West Coast. I mean the West Coast. The West
Conference been.
It's tough. Yeah. I mean, I think it's always been like that. I think it would always be like that as long as Curry and Jokic and all those guys be over there. I mean, it's just heavy. And
it's very top heavy.
But I think somehow or another they'll slip in, or another team will slip up, and they'll make it in.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said, but at the same time, my biggest thing is, yes, LeBron, he's healthy, healthy-ish. Mm-hmm. Will that be sustainable into May and June?
Because, I mean, honestly, man, it's a lot of ball left to be played.
It is.
I mean, their season is longer than every. Not every.
It's not as long as baseball. But it's pretty long. 82
long.
games.
I mean, you got a possible 7-game series playoffs.
Yeah.
And championship.
Right.
And you just played 82 games. So I expect for players to become injured after all those games. I mean, just imagine. I mean, thankfully they don't take. It's not really like a heavy contact game.
Right.
We wouldn't be seeing nobody out there.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's just a lot of game to be played.
It is.
And I feel like I'm still surprised. Like you mentioned the Mavericks, man. Yeah. That trade happened a little late. Late. But still. But honestly, if you look at them, they're two ball hogs. Luka, ball hog. Kyrie, ball hog.
That's what
I mean. It's not really working
with an MVP
type
player.
It's not working. I think they're gonna have to somehow learn how to play with one another. I mean, I would think it would be easy. You pass the rock. I mean, both players can shoot ball well. Mm-hmm. I mean, Luka is a 3-level scorer, mm-hmm. And Kyrie, he could do it. I mean, he could do whatever he puts his mind to. Kyrie worries me though, man. He's so busy trying to be a philosopher and not picking up a basketball.
Like Negro Damas or something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think my biggest surprise, though, is the Sacramento Kings. Never.
It's a bonus in them.
They qualify for the playoffs, right? They ain't been to the playoffs since I was in my 20s. Mm-hmm. That was a long time ago. Long time ago. I mean, not that long now. You don't come for me. But it's been a while. So big ups to them. Like, it took almost 20 years for them to come around. You know, big ups to them. So in that Western Conference, the top 3 teams are the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, and the Kings.
I'm surprised by that number 2 team you just mentioned, the Grizzlies.
Memphis.
I mean, I didn't think they was that good, and not to be a number 2 seed. I mean, they got a young team that talk a lot of trash, but
I mean,
nevertheless, I mean,
sometimes
they're a good defensive team. I'll say that. I think.
Now, the 2 teams that's out, like they have, as Vince McMahon say, no chance, is the San Antonio Spurs and the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Spurs have been, they fell from grace. And that's because they lost the Duncans and the Parkers, the Ginobilis of the world.
And Dame Dollar is gone.
Yeah.
There's rumors that the coach didn't sat him down because they out too. So.
Yeah. Okay, so switching gears. We still on the basketball subject. And I thought we should put that in there even though I don't have any notes. This is the first time that I can remember in NCAA history that all of the number 1 teams
are gone.
Are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
All of them went down within hours of each other. That's what made it bad.
Right.
So big shout out to all the teams that's in the Final Four. I mean, a lot of people speak against it, but I'm tired of seeing North Carolina. I'm tired of seeing Villanova. Tired of seeing Kentucky. Tired of seeing Duke. Tired of seeing all those big schools that's known for basketball. University of South Florida. All right, let's go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So big ups to all of them.
Right.
Okay. I didn't even want to do this, but I got to do it. Lamar said he was trying to get a trade, man.
Good. I'm glad.
I know you glad. I know you glad.
Woo.
I know you glad, man.
Glad. I told you I told y'all.
Yeah.
When it first began, y'all wasn't going to get a deal done because y'all done burnt that bridge all the way down. And it was kind of kept under the radar that he requested a trade at the beginning of March. Yeah. I didn't know nothing about Nobody knew nothing about that. The question is, where is he going to go?
Don't nobody want him. That's what makes it bad.
And that's so shocking. I mean,
that's what makes it really bad.
Nobody wants Lamar.
And it's not because of Lamar, the player, or Lamar, the personality, or even Lamar, the man. It's because, 1, the Ravens could match something, and 2, he comes with a hefty price.
You're right.
Because he wants more money than Deshaun Watson. He didn't ask for fully guaranteed, but he wants the guaranteed money in his contract to be more than $230 million. Get your money.
That's tough.
Get your money.
Yeah, get your money.
Get your money. I'm not one to judge another man's pockets.
You're right.
That is not what I do.
But don't you think that trying to be paid more than Deshaun Watson is a little hefty?
Nope. Deshaun Watson didn't win no MVP.
No, but
Deshaun Watson is not an all-pro.
No.
I mean, let's call it a spade. If you add weight to weight, Lamar's body of work is a little bit bigger than Deshaun Watson's right now, even though he did spend some time out of the game because his hands was just not made for decoration.
Right.
But
right.
At the same time, if you look at that from totality,
it's 2 different situations.
It's 2 different situations. You got one dude that's squeaky clean,
yeah,
ain't never really been in trouble.
Right.
No stand-up guy.
And then you you got another.
And then
guy
you got another guy.
Tons of allegations against.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like this. A lot of people, haters and fans included, is saying that he don't deserve that money. And I'm like, I can't say what he deserves, what he don't deserve. But this situation, it's gotten ugly. But I feel like it's going to get worse and worse and worse until Baltimore folds or Lamar folds. And Lamar ain't folding. Lamar is not going to fold. I mean, it's like, as a fan of the Ravens, I'm like, okay, I'll be glad when it's over. This has become almost, them stories, soap operas.
But see, the thing is, though, I mean, a lot of quarterbacks are a lot of quarterbacks aren't getting paid the amount of money that Deshaun Watson.
Russell Wilson didn't get it.
Patrick Mahomes only had.
Mahomes' deal is different. It's a 10-year deal. I mean, but it's essentially like a 5-6 year deal. And then even though it's for $500 million, he's still got to go back to the table because he's still winning games for him. Who else got a cut? Kyler Murray's deal is not that expensive.
It's higher than Deshaun Watson.
It's higher than Deshaun Watson.
That's crazy.
And Kyler Murray has
Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid salary quarterback.
Yeah. His cap hit is going to be ridiculous.
Then it's Russell Wilson.
Right.
It's Kyler Murray. Then it's Deshaun Watson. Patrick Mahomes at number 5. Doggone Josh Allen, number 6. Matthew Stafford and Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones is all tied for number 7.
Right.
And Derek Carr is at number 10. Kirk Cousins is at number 11. Jared Goff is at 12. And Lamar Jackson is at 13.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But check this out, right?
That is crazy, though.
It's crazy. It's crazy that Aaron Rodgers is getting over $50 million a year.
Right.
But I don't check nobody's pockets. That ain't got to do with me.
But like you said, the
proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, because the accolades tell it all.
And see, my man's he went to the mountaintop. And them MVPs.
Right.
I don't care what people say, but league MVP holds some weight.
It does.
It holds weight, especially how you got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's see, Lamar's $32 million cap hit. That's pretty much the franchise tag.
Right.
He hasn't signed it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. I'll be glad when they get this thing off.
And then even with Aaron Rodgers, like,
and see, it's so much.
It's so much crazy stuff going on.
We in March. We are
in the draft season.
We are less than a month away from the draft. But it's so much that has to be done here. And I feel like once the league is finally set in some way, not fully set, that's when I think we'll see a move with somebody will make a trade with the Baltimore Ravens for Lamar. Yeah. Right now, they still looking at the draft, which is a big thing right now, and especially in the last month or so. The teams are really big on the draft right now. You heard... Washington brought it out that they didn't want Lamar, even though that would be great. But they don't want Lamar. They said was going to draft the quarterback. But, I mean, it's shocking that Lamar hasn't moved yet. But like you said, it has to be a mutual agreement between the two teams because Baltimore, even though they didn't build around him, they did build around him. The play style of him, they did do that. But as far as keeping him and paying him for his worth, they did not do that. They lowballed the man, and so it's a lot. It's still a lot of things that needs to be seen first.
I really feel like it's a stalemate because, contrary to what you just said, Baltimore didn't build around Lamar.
Not fully, but the offense was built solely around Lamar Jackson.
The scheme.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The schematic.
The scheme
as far as players, the best player on the offense is Mark Andrews.
I can't even say the scheme was a fit for Lamar. Here's why. In college, he ran a pro-style offense. In the big league, so to speak, he's running RPOs and all that other good stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But that system did not cater to his strengths. And yet the dude still won an MVP in that system. So I can't even speak on the system. I can speak for Lamar. I mean, I've seen personally countless times he took chicken crap and made chicken salad. So all the hate he's getting, even the fact they were talking about, well, he's injury prone. The times he got hurt was in the pocket, where most quarterbacks go to die, basically.
Yeah.
In the pocket.
I mean, his body frame isn't even built for the pocket, really.
It's really not, but he can operate from the pocket because he led the league at one point with touchdowns from the pocket. So you can't say he can't throw, because that's a doggone lot. The problem is the overall umbrella of Lamar Jackson. Because if I read through the stuff and all I see is he can't throw. He getting that. My only knock on Lamar Jackson, and I'm not even going to give him 100% the blame, but I'm going to blame everybody, is playoff production. That's my only knock on him.
Well, I mean,
playoff production.
Well, most of the time y'all made it to the playoffs, he was on the sideline.
The last time he played in the playoff game was against the Buffalo Bills back in 2021.
Right. So the last 2 years he been
and honestly that particular game, his first playoff game.
No, his first playoff game was horrible.
No,
it wasn't horrible because they subbed him in because they sat Joe down.
Joe got hurt.
Right.
He started for the rest of the way.
Right.
So
right.
I don't even
that
put that
don't really
on
count.
him. I don't put that on him. The only game really I look at Lamar out the side of my eye, and I can't even look at him fully because he accounted for almost 1,000 yards off in one game, was that Tennessee game after during the MVP year. The team as a whole folded. Go over to the Buffalo game. Next loss.
Yeah. Tennessee had y'all number at one point.
That particular game, Tennessee had our number, but then the following year, we came back and got them back. So, and historically, those of y'all that have been watching football for 20, 30 plus years, historically, that's how it happens. Whenever we hosted Tennessee at our house during the playoffs, 9 times out of 10 they beat us. When we go to Nashville, we beat them. So, I put Cretans in it, but I don't. That game was the Derrick Henry show. Yeah, let's just be real. My man's almost had 200 yards rushing. So if you let a running back get almost 200 yards rushing,
you're lost.
How do you put that on the quarterback?
Yeah, the defense slouch.
The picture of Derrick Henry using Earl Thomas as a blocker, it stays with me. Like, he just put him in front of him, and Earl Thomas was blocking for the dude. I'm like, bro, you're on our side.
Right, he forgot.
He forgot what color he was wearing.
Oh.
So, and in the Buffalo game, it's like, with Lamar, people talk about his playoff stuff. We was in position to win that game. But what happened? Bad snap.
Yeah, I feel like if Lamar wasn't hurt this past year, because that was Cincinnati ain't really supposed to make it as far as they did.
Cincinnati
got lucky
because of Hamlin, and I'm not duking on nothing.
They got lucky,
but Cincinnati got. It's like they held the door open for Cincinnati.
Right.
Most people got a knock. When Cincinnati got out the car and walked up to the steps, come on in.
Right, come on in. Yeah.
Cincinnati to me, honestly, with Cincinnati, I'm not hating on them. But last year they looked flawed.
They flawed. But
they look flawed. I don't know what it is about Cincinnati. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their offense, high power.
I feel like they remind me of what the Steelers used to have back in the good days. Except for we ain't never had to.
Honestly, I feel like their receiving core is better.
What?
Outside of AB.
Oh. Well, AB cover both of them.
I don't know, but that doggone Jamar Chase, man, he got a strong case.
See, Jamar Jamar Chase is a part of it, but people don't give enough credit to that man, T. Higgins.
Honestly, T. Higgins is a dog.
T. Higgins made as Mike, you know, I can't help Mike T. The splash plays that's necessary to win the game.
T. Higgins is physical.
Right.
He's physical. I seen him play in the playoffs.
Now Jamar Chase can be he's not as physical as T. Higgins.
Jamar Chase is physical, but he is not, like you said.
I think it depends on the circumstances.
Jamar Chase, honestly, is their home run hitter.
Oh yeah,
he's their home run hitter. He bet 1,000 every time he step up to the plate. If my baseball stuff is correct, don't flame me in the comments. But T. Higgins, though, that's your number one.
Right. That's really
for right now, anyway. I think that's your number one. But Cincinnati, honestly, always just I ain't gonna say just like Pittsburgh, but Cincinnati always had scary receivers, from Ocho Cinco to AJ Green. Now these brothers. So, but honestly, now Cincinnati is flawed for real, because both their starting safeties gone.
Right, that's crazy.
Both of them, they're gone. Like, they couldn't pay them.
No, they couldn't.
Because they're allocating that money to Joe Burrow.
And the trio, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Honestly, their running back, I like P-Ryan more than I like Mixon.
Really? I like Mixon.
I like P-Ryan better. Because P-Ryan was that dude that he gave you them tough yards. He gave you them tough yards.
I feel like Mixon is more elusive, though.
He's more elusive, but honestly, P-Ryan was better with those tough yards. That's why they took Mixon out the game. I mean, so P-Ryan is gone. Both the starting safeties are gone.
Jesse Bates.
Wow.
Yeah.
So right now, they look compromised. Don't know how that's going to work out in the regular season because they still got that offense. Somewhat.
They'll make it. They may not make it to the playoffs. I don't think Cincinnati make it to the playoffs. I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they do at this point because look at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is look, y'all were looking down bad.
We went 7-2 down the stretch.
Y'all went 7-2 down the stretch. Move the final record.
9-8.
All right. So Cincinnati, Pittsburgh is they tailed off for a minute, but they're slowly coming back.
Yeah, I better not let Pittsburgh get back to that ground we was in.
They slowly. It's like they.
I'm glad, Baltimore ain't gonna want. Yeah,
Cleveland is Cleveland.
Baltimore,
but I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked with Cleveland though. I would not be shocked, and I don't. They Cleveland, they about a year away. I'm gonna be honest. Not for making the playoffs, but for really making somebody day miserable. Yeah. This era,
they
Cleveland
winding up too. They gonna have to play them defense.
Yes, sir.
Defensive star, Myles Garrett, one of them.
Yeah.
They gonna have to pay him some
That is a big
money.
fish.
That's a big one.
Let me tell you something. I like fishing, right?
Yeah.
You let me catch a fish that's equal to Myles Garrett, I'll lose my mind. Like I'm done. I'm retired. I'm done fishing. But
fishing.
like forget this. I'm done with it. But if you look at it for the totality of it, Cleveland is like right there, in Baltimore, I don't know what we doing.
I don't know. The defense might be able to keep y'all in. That's one thing y'all always have is a good sound defense.
We're down the corner. I'm okay with my second. I'm okay with the back end of the secondary. I'm okay with my safeties. The cornerback position been worrying me for the past 5 years.
But y'all have Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey.
Marcus Peters.
Hey, he was something when y'all got him now. Don't act like that.
I'm not I ain't
do that. Don't do
we
that.
First got him.
Y'all
we first got him.
First got him.
I was like, okay, cool. But then as the years started wearing on, injuries started piling up. I'm like, oh.
But the whole roster was down there injured.
But still, I mean, my man's got injured before he even got. It was a non-contact injury. Thankfully, we got rid of that strength and conditioning coach that did all that. But I mean, right now it's wide open for Cincinnati. If you look at
wide open, I feel like it's wide open for the whole AFC North. Honestly, at this point,
it's. I mean, you can say that because we all know each other. But if you look at it schematically, I'm like, Who? I mean, everybody in the North is flawed. Some more than others.
Right.
But everybody in the North is flawed. But I still really feel like Cincinnati is the favorite at this point.
I don't think so.
I feel like they're the favorite, man.
I don't know. Cincinnati, just Cincinnati. They made it to the Super Bowl. They went back to the playoffs. They ain't do much.
Are you in in those AFC North chat rooms?
I don't need it because I'm already a part. This is the AFC North chess match right here.
No, I go in there. I just go peep.
I don't need no more few to the five.
I go peep, and because Cincinnati is kind of relevant right now,
I'm not.
You hear them talking junk, and I'm like, dude.
Every dog has his day.
There's two teams in the AFC North that have went to the Super Bowl and won. There's two teams in the North. Well, actually, one team in the North is undefeated in the Super Bowl. We ain't talk about that. But there's two teams. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just saying. But until you get that trophy, see, they ain't even got a trophy case.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, who? Cincinnati?
Cincinnati. I mean, even Cleveland got NFL championships. Come on, man.
Right.
Like, Cincinnati, come on, yo. Y'all, we see y'all.
I mean,
we see you.
They made it to the Super Bowl.
And even then, it was on a technicality because,
Right.
to be real, the Raiders, y'all got over on the Raiders. I'm just going to be real.
They ain't even supposed to make it. Like I said, if Lamar Jackson would have played against Cincinnati in that playoff game, we would not even be talking about Cincinnati. Cincinnati would have been out.
Cincinnati was supposed to have been out.
Honestly, I mean, like I said, every team has its day. Browns had their time when they finally beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs. They didn't make it far, but they made it to the playoffs.
We made it to the divisional round, you know.
I mean,
we had to go to toe-to-toe against
Cincinnati. They made it to the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure they won't go make it back. Pittsburgh ain't made it to the Super Bowl in a long time, but the last time we won a division title was 2020, so that's 3 years ago. And Baltimore is...
Y'all did win it. Oh, yeah, because y'all had like 11-game winning streak.
Most definitely.
Yeah, boy.
That's
if you look up overrated...
Oh, please. Yeah, baby, I mean, honestly, me personally, and I feel like you should feel the same, as a Steelers and Ravens fan right here, they're baby brothers. Cincinnati and Browns are this big, knee-high to adapt to us. I mean, really.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, not to mention, we got the most Super Bowls in the division. I mean,
y'all got the
I mean,
some of them happened before, like 50% of y'all was born. So obviously, y'all claiming that.
Well, was George Washington the first president?
I mean, shoot, did you see him?
No, I did not.
So you just going by what the history book said.
I know. I see him on that dollar bill.
Man, that could be Ben Franklin dressed in drag. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I mean, whether it was in the past or
but which brings me, I'm glad we're here. Which brings me to a debate. If you did not see that Super Bowl, you can't claim it. I'm sorry. What? You can't claim if you ain't see it. You can't claim it.
Well, just because your team was brought up in the 90s don't mean that, huh?
Your claim to fame is 2.
Mine is all 6 of them.
No.
When I became a Steelers fan,
you saw 2.
No.
How many Steelers Super Bowls you see? You see 2.5 because you lost 1.
When I became a Steelers fan, I acquired everything that they acquired. All 6 of them. All 6 of them.
Oh, tomfoolery.
It's the same thing as the Patriot fans, the new age Patriot fans. They claim all 6, 7 of those.
Now, if you was a Patriot fan back in the 80s, I respect you.
You don't got one though. Them people they don't even talk.
We don't hear them no more. I'm talking about the ones that came on around 2008. You can't claim the first 3. You can't claim the first 3 because you the same person talking about, man, I'm tired of seeing the Patriots Super Bowl.
Right.
So I mean,
same difference.
I saw both the Ravens Super Bowls.
Pittsburgh will always and forever be the big brothers of the AFC. We taught y'all football. Y'all looked at the ball and said, "What's that?" We said, "See, that's what you call a football down."
We shot that down. Forget that. Blow it up.
But no, I don't think Cincinnati will make it back.
I mean, Cincinnati.
It's not but so many times that you can repeatedly go to a Super Bowl.
Because if you look at it, Just
or to the playoffs.
Just think about it, right? It took Baltimore 5 years to get over the hump.
Right.
It took 12 to win the Super Bowl.
Right. It takes time.
It takes time and building, and
it's just and especially the way that the NFL is being built right now.
Yeah.
The teams that you don't think is going to do anything is doing the most. I mean, who would ever think that the Jets would have been as competitive as they were this past season? The Dolphins, the Jags even was competitive a part of the season.
It's like seasons. It's like a season for everything. You got summer, spring, fall, winter. You know, that's how it goes. So I mean, I know everybody in the NFL looking for the Chiefs to start sucking again, but you know that I ain't hating on them.
It ain't happening.
And it ain't gonna happen for another 10 years. So I mean, look, come on now. This ain't Brady and Belichick you talking about here, okay?
What you mean they ain't gonna happen for another 10 years?
It's gonna take at least 10 years for the Chiefs to come back to earth. You don't believe in roster turnover? You don't believe in declining talent?
Declining talent? Didn't we just speak about this last week when you said the
are you
Chiefs don't need
saying
a number one wide receiver?
You saying you saying Mahomes gonna be the same quarterback he is in 10 years?
Oh no. I thought you saying it was gonna take them 10 years to get back to the Super Bowl.
No. They could go next year. Hold on.
That's what I was saying. That's why I looked at you like that.
Wait a minute.
Look, you gotta listen. I said it's gonna take at least 10 years for them to hit that decline. It's gonna
okay.
Because at some point in time they're gonna have to reset.
I don't even give them that long. I'll give them maybe 4.
I'll say a good solid 10. It depends on
what they do and how they build, and it depends on Reed.
It depends on Reed.
But I feel like
I don't see him coaching into his 70s and 80s.
I mean, it's free money.
but I mean, it's basically it's their full-time job, and at some point you gonna get tired of getting up in the morning.
Andy Reid is living the best life he ever lived. He's probably having one of the best careers he ever had.
Man, look, he missing out on a lot of booty.
The money bring the booty.
look, Andy Reid would have lifted that stuff.
Shoot, he got to pay for them cheeseburgers and them buffets he be going to get. Shoot, you think that ain't free?
Blow it up. I'm just saying, it's gonna come a time
that the Chiefs. They're
gonna be the Chiefs for a while.
Their division, that division ain't competing. No. Well, we got to get into that.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah, we shall.
All right. So Sean Payton is the coach of the Denver Broncos now. With the Denver Broncos, their defense was pretty nice. Their defense was nice under Vic Fangio. The debate is, can they win? Excuse me. Can they contend for the AFC West crown?
No. They didn't lost Adams, which wasn't. He didn't perform like everybody thought he was or has with Aaron Rodgers, with those two quarterbacks. It's two different quarterbacks. But yeah, I don't like a Chiefs is in that division. Okay, you got to beat the Chiefs.
You got to beat the Chiefs.
You got to beat the Chiefs.
And honestly,
it's a. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Wait. I'm sorry.
It's a requirement now. I heard they even got it in the college now for the Sugar Bowl that the Chiefs gonna be playing at the Sugar Bowl. Like I'm telling you, no matter where you at, you gotta play the Chiefs.
You gotta play the Chiefs.
But no,
by
Raiders,
hook, by crook.
I mean, Sean Payton is great. He molded Drew Brees into what he was in his career. Yes, I mean that's a great pickup for head coach. Yes. Yeah. But is it that going to change everything drastically overnight?
I don't think it's. Yeah.
No.
I'm with you. My bad for cutting you off. I don't feel like it's going to be an immediate change. But
I feel like they're pushing for third. But I don't know. It's like
it's topsy turvy.
I mean, honestly, on paper. We shouldn't even be talking about the Chiefs winning the division. But
there's a sliver of hope for the Broncos and the Chargers.
I mean, honestly, I would think that the Chargers would be more in a contending matter for this division. I mean, other than the Raiders, just because I'm still upset that they invested in that defense the way they did, and it didn't turn out the way that it should have. Nevertheless, I mean, not to mention how Justin Herbert is inconsistent right now. 1 minute he's sharp as a number 2 pencil on an electric sharpener.
Test that.
And other days he's not where he should be. But you know, football, the theology around football has always been great defense, good run game. And when I look at the Chargers, I mean, even though Austin Eckler is talking about leaving, which I don't think he should. I really like him with the Chargers. But Justin Herbert got the weapons right now.
He does. He probably has the best weapons in that division. Right now.
But see, what we learning about this game called football is it's not about the big names that you got on that field. It's about how you can put them to use.
It's like making a cake.
Right.
You can't make a cake without eggs.
Right.
Or oil.
Right. Because you need them both.
You need the cake to be moist.
But then you don't have the oil, then the cake will stick to the pan. And then you're
going to get that dip in the middle of the cake.
Right.
You know, the old folks said when the cake fell apart, that means somebody pregnant. That's what they said.
No, I ain't never heard that, but it's all right.
I'm trying to tell you. That's what they said, dang. That's what a hood.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at Denver. Everybody knows I'm not a Russell Wilson fan. I didn't like him even in Seattle because I really feel like that run game and the Legion of Boom carried him.
Right.
But I can say this about Russell Wilson. In given the right situation, I really feel like he can do some damage. In the right situation.
Right.
If you look at Russell Wilson and Drew Brees, just imagine them two standing side by side. Similar build, similar height.
You said Drew Brees and who else here?
And Russell Wilson.
Uh-huh.
And I look at what Sean Payton did, like you alluded to. I look at what Sean Payton did for the Saints. He surrounded Brees with talent.
Didn't?
My goodness. I just wanted the eighth. At least one of the receivers they had. And also, the calling card for the Saints at that time was defense. Right. I'm talking about the Jonathan Vilmas of the world. I'm talking about the Roman Harbors of the world. So, do I think it's going to be a similar trajectory? Perhaps. The biggest thing that really concerns me about Kansas City is their defense. If it wasn't for the heroics, Kansas City defense got carved up in the Super Bowl. I said it here. They got carved up, but they made plays when necessary.
That's what matters.
That's what matters at the end of the day. That's what that separates Super Bowl winners and Super Bowl losers, making plays when necessary.
Right.
But I really think that Denver is going to improve. First, they're going to have a light schedule. I think they was about the third or fourth team in that division. So they're gonna catch a fourth place schedule. So they ain't got no choice. They ain't got no choice, period.
Yeah,
I don't see them going in Arrowhead and just on the Chiefs. Like, I don't even see that happen.
No, and see, I don't know, man. I don't. Yes, like I keep saying, Sean Payton is a great acquired head coach for the Broncos. But it's that division is way too close to call right now.
I mean, honestly, we're talking pre-draft rookie workouts,
right.
pre-training camp,
it's
pre-preseason.
Right now, I don't see them competing in that division quite yet. It's going to take at least maybe next year, maybe next year. But this year right here, after the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl, and I mean, and honestly, the scary thing about the Chiefs is they're still hungry. Like, I don't see them being humble in no type of way. Like, I feel like they still, because of the media doubting them so much this past year, and they proved everybody wrong. And the media is once again most likely is going to say the same.
Nah, I don't think. I think they're going to be media darlings.
Yeah.
Unless they slip up like they annually do in the first part of the season.
Because like we keep saying, on paper they shouldn't be a competitor at all. But I feel like as long as they have number 15 and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid, the rest don't even. I mean, the rest does matter, but it's like they're gonna work with whoever else they got.
It's like
because they got three
it's
solid
like the rest
pieces.
is secondary at this point.
The rest is secondary. They gonna make it work. However, they gonna make it work to win. I mean, yes, they're probably gonna have the toughest schedule in the league this coming up season.
And they could be picking 32nd in the first round.
So they're not going to get the draft picks. They're not going to. I mean, they're going to have the hardest schedule. They're not going to get good draft picks. That's what happens when you win the Super Bowl. But obviously, they have some type of recipe that Plankton may want to steal. But you know,
there's some folks just using salt and pepper. They using Lyra's.
And I'm trying to tell you, they using Lyra's season.
Listen, man, they got seasonal, Old Bay, meat tenderizer, steak seasoning.
I'm trying to A1 sauce out there. Good God.
Heinz 57 varieties.
I'm trying to tell you. So, yeah, I mean, thankfully, I feel like Sean Payton, this is good for Wilson. I feel like this is probably the best coach he's had. Not the dookie on Pete Carroll. But Pete Carroll, he's a great quarterback, but he's not a Sean Payton.
My only knock on Pete Carroll, though, I got only one. Why you didn't let Marshawn get that ball, man?
That ain't his. I don't think that's his fault. I blame that on your boy.
That ain't my boy.
I blame that on Wilson.
That's Sierra boy.
Yep. It is. I blame that on him, man. I mean, the coach may call something, and I'm just stubborn. Maybe I'm just stubborn like that. I don't know. Maybe the Leo and me. But you go out there, you see the defense, and not even the second and goal.
This is the goal line. This is the Seattle
They are
Seahawks.
half a yard away from the doggone Tom Brady asked the coach for a Kleenex because he about to start crying out there.
He done put his helmet up.
He done asked for one of the fans, church fans out there because he out there
Not the Martin Luther King fan.
And you pass the ball. Horrible. Horrible by both people. I blame the quarterback, the coach, the offensive coordinator. I blame everybody for this because you literally gave Tom Brady that Super Bowl.
And after
I'm
that,
so
that was
sick
the
of
end of
people
the Legion of
gifting
Boom.
him like he's some type of charity. I'm sick of people if two teams that gifted. Well, really, Tom Brady got 5 rings. They got 5 rings.
Shoot him down.
Falcons. You gifted him 1. You played lights out the entire first half. Not saying that a team can't come back and clean up score.
Nah, don't give them no excuse. They gave it away.
But they gave
it away. Shot it
Tom
down.
Brady the Super Bowl.
No excuse for
The
ATL.
Seahawks, we just mentioned that. Half yard line. Second and goal. You got 2 more tries. To get a touchdown at the half-yard line, and you ain't the first play you call. If it was first and goal, maybe
Made Malcolm Butler so much money.
so much money.
Made that man some money, boy.
And he
My
ain't
man's
worth
cashed
2
in.
dead fly smash.
Man, look, he ain't worth 2 flies and buttermilk.
I'm trying to tell you.
All that money he got.
Tom Brady got 5 rings. I take away 2 of them rings right there that we just mentioned. Just alone. I ain't even gonna do the rest of the research because you know
them Brady fans is gonna come after you.
Well, I tell you what, dude.
He said, "Bring it."
I tell you what, he come after me all you want to. Only thing I gotta say is, he's gone now.
Blew it up. And just like Brady, we gonna get on out of here. So again, people, thank y'all for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys, man. Right, for real, we appreciate y'all. Follow us on Instagram and hit us up on Facebook in the War Room. Just go ahead and jump in. We'll let you in there. If you're a Cowboy fan, we ain't gonna bite you. Unless you lose.
As always.
But we them boys. Oh, they can't even say they got Zeke no more.
One thing they got is Dak Prescott and Club Crackers out there.
Ooh. That's tough.
Now they eating Swiss cheese and Club Crackers with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, you want a cracker?
Look, if you up there in the clouds, that's a pretty good snack.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
I'm just
Happy feeling, yeah, dear. Touching people everywhere.
This dude is crazy, man. But look, we gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. So this has been the Backport Sports Podcast with your man, Fon.
Ain't going.
Yeah, we out, man.